Beggars can't be choosers, but beggars never quit. Height here, and you already know what this is. It's time for Choosing Beggars, but with a twist. A blast from the past with Walkback Wednesday. Let's do it. Our first post today is by Hero807, titled, "The response to this beggar is amazing."
K, is $250 the best price you can do on my car? Is there a vet's discount?
We already discount the labor 50% and towed you for free.
I know, but money is tight. I'm a non-vet on a fixed income.
I'm a Navy man, served on the Rowan DD-782 in Vietnam. I need to make a living, and this is how I do it. If you can't pay, we can do payments or something, but I can't go any lower. Did you say you were in the Air Force?
Yes, Air Force vet here.
Where did you serve in Vietnam?
I was stationed in Guam during the war.
Not exactly in country, bud. I hate when people beg for discounts, but I really hate when people try to blow smoke up my ass. We'll have your car fixed when you can come up with the $250. Wow, claiming you're a Vietnam vet when you weren't even stationed in Vietnam. That's just despicable. I love the comeback though that they had. Bottom line, they need to pay the money. This next one is by Greenhouseheatdeath, titled, "You know what? You've got a deal."
Boyfriend's wanting to swap his iPhone 8 for an 11X. Preferably if anyone is interested, please let me know, as have no money to buy one, so really want to swap. Few scratches is shown, case will cover, X. Brand Apple.
Good luck trying to swap that iPhone 8 for a newer iPhone. What you're going to end up having to do is swap the 8 plus put some money down, and even then I really don't think people are going to want to downgrade from an 11 to an 8. This next one is by Jax1980, titled, "I mean, she will feed them, so it's totally okay."
So I sent my favorite singer in the world. I sent his manager an email trying to get him to sing my wedding for one of his biggest fans for free. But of course, we would feed him. I haven't heard back from his manager. So my question is, has anyone ever done this, thinking of doing this? I think it would be absolutely awesome if he showed up and sang at my wedding.
Well, first of all, congratulations on your wedding. Second of all, it would be amazing if they showed up and sang at your wedding. However, chances are they probably won't. This next one is by covercash, titled, "Come repair old computers at my home over numerous days until all projects are completed successfully, and I'll reward you with a very generous and much coveted written recommendation."
Needed. Power cord for Toshiba satellite and much more. Dear neighbors, I'm looking for an information technology genius who specializes in refurbishing old electronics. I would prefer someone as soon as possible who can do home visits until all projects are completed successfully. Possibly an experienced college student is willing to lend his or her time in trade for a written recommendation if all goes well. These devices include iPads, iPhones, Androids, and laptops. If you are not an experienced professional or know someone well exercised, please do not respond. Thank you.
If I didn't know any better, it almost sounds like this person is looking for somebody to fix the electronics so they could flip the electronics for a massive profit, all while just offering the real tech a simple recommendation. This next one is by Critical Nobody, titled, "So, can I just have your old YouTube channel?"
Critical, since you're completely done with your old channel and have a brand new one, I was wondering if you would give away your old one instead of letting it go to waste, considering that you quit and have a better one. And your old one is a entire different channel from your new one, so if you came back, you would have to multitask and be different people, blank and blank. Please help a graduating high school student out that doesn't know what he wants to do in life.
Any channel I create, both new and old, and whether or not I actively post on them or not, are mine and will remain so. If you want a YouTube channel, create your own and put in the work.
God damn, somebody a dickhead should change your name to Critically a Dickhead.
Thanks for reaffirming why I shouldn't just give away channels to random people who ask. They could very well be a moron. Pleasure doing business with you. Aw, I was a graduating high school student that didn't know what they wanted to do in life, and in a lot of ways, I still don't. I'm doing YouTube, I enjoy it, and that's just kind of where life took me. This person, though, just seems like their life is going to be endless begging. This next one is by Hudson Whistler, titled $600 Tickets to a Car Show? Not Enough.
What VIP package did we get for Barrett Jackson, and how much are they usually?
Week-long passes, I think 150 each. I got 4. $600.
Oh, I thought you said VIP.
Huh? Why?
I was talking with Blank about it.
Are you complaining about $600 of free tickets?
Yeah?
Only choosing beggars would complain about $600 of free tickets. And to the car show? I don't see why. This next one is by Just a Spanish Guy, titled Happened to a Friend. I needed to post it over here.
Hi Blank, I want a free logo. Can you do it? I want a drawing with me riding a dragon and my YouTube username, please.
Sorry, beggar, I can't. Try it yourself.
Well, you did one for Blank, so you owe me one too.
No, I don't. I did it for Blank because I had time. Now I don't, so don't ask again.
Wow, selfish. Do it or I'll make Blank stop talking to you.
Okay, here it is. Epic Beggar Gamer 69.
Motherfucker!
I like how the beggar thought that somebody would stop talking to this person because the beggar didn't get a free logo. I do like what the artist did there though. That would probably irritate the beggar, but the beggar got what they wanted. They got that free logo. This next one is by Bruce656, titled I'm a Landlord. This is what I get for giving my tenants money for gas.
Bruce, this is Ms. Michelle. We appreciate you giving us $5. We're still not going to be able to go anywhere. We're on E.
There's a gas station literally around the corner on Virat. You can't make it there?
We can get to Lowe's. Won't be able to get back home.
I don't understand. I gave you enough for 2 gallons of gas.
$5 in our truck is not enough.
How many gallons of gas does it take to get to Lowe's and back? And it's 11 miles there and back. Are you telling me your truck gets 5 miles to the gallon?
If you would have given us $10, would have been better.
Well, I'm sorry I didn't give you enough money for your liking, Michelle. I gave you enough to get to Lowe's and back. This isn't a charity. In all honesty, you probably shouldn't have given this beggar anything at all because that opened the door to them begging in the future for you to give them money for gas for their truck. And our final post today is by Daredevil118, titled Owner Responds to Ridiculous Review of His Auto Shop.
Be aware, I recently changed the starter here. They told me $780 first. As a student, couldn't afford that. It's a fifth of the value of my car. They brought it down to $700 with the $30 oil change value, which I initially appreciated as I borrowed some money from my friend and couldn't come up with more. I thought that was a good deal as they helped me. I made some phone calls after I agreed to change, and guess what was quoted? $580 at Express Oil Change just across the street, and around $500 to some different locations. Just be aware of their prices for parts as they overcharged me. $420 for a starter? When at AutoZone is $200 to $250 max. I think they took advantage of me in my situation. Don't make my mistake.
Response from the owner. Thanks for the review, beggar. When you and I spoke, you came in stranded, trying to get back to Texas, and the breakdown derailed your timeline to get home. We got your car in immediately, ahead of all appointments. We diagnosed the starter issue and had a discussion with you. You wanted a new starter, not remanufactured, and it needed to be done as fast as possible because you had to get back on the road to Texas by 3 p.m. I offered a remanufactured unit and a new unit. You still opted for the new unit at a higher price point. After we had started the disassembly, you came back to me and asked us to stop because you weren't able to get the funds. At this point, I found an even less expensive remanufactured unit, but we had to wait 90 minutes for delivery. You declined again because the value difference between this unit and the less expensive unit did not make financial sense. You asked me if I could accept PayPal as payment, and while this is not an actual way I can take payment, I agreed. In my mind, I understand what it is like to be stranded out of town, and I wanted to provide the least amount of resistance to get you on the road. Now, while the bill was $700 out the door, we replaced your starter with a new Denso OEM unit, replaced the intake manifold gasket, and did an oil change. If we break down the cost, $700 less sales tax of $45.79, less intake manifold gasket at $54.99, less oil change at $24.95, and less disposal fees of $5, your new starter actually cost you $569.27. According to your barometer of cost, $580, we are actually less expensive. To your point about AutoZone being very cheap, the closest AutoZone to us is in Padeville, 10 miles. They do offer a cheaper starter in their ValueCraft brand, however, it is not in stock and would be 2 days to receive it. I called this morning to check. We do not buy ValueCraft parts, so I wanted to educate myself to potentially offer a more informed decision to the next customer. I'm not sure what I could have done better for you in this situation. Your actual requirements were 1. The highest quality part available, 2. As fast as possible, 3. The cheapest price in town. In nearly all cases, it is impossible to accomplish all of this. Interestingly enough, we did do it for you. Let's not forget, I accepted a payment option that I have no idea how I'm going to get the funds out of. I left the shop in my personal car to pick up your starter because there was an accident on I-295 and the driver was stuck in the gridlock, and I gave you the LaCroix out of my lunchbox because you were here for 3 hours with no food. While I am sorry to read you thought this experience was not worth it, it is clear I would have never pleased you no matter what. If you were forthright that you were a student and the only thing that mattered was cost, I could have provided you a much cheaper price if I would be allowed the proper time. It is not possible to do what you actually wanted in 3 hours. If the student was so concerned about cost and the cheapest price in town, they should have went with the remanufactured unit. Unfortunately though, you can't talk to a wall, and that's like what this beggar is. I'm sure the mechanic endlessly explained how much cheaper it would have been had they got that remanufactured unit, but the beggar wasn't having it. Now the beggar wants to complain, the beggar was put in their place. Alright, that's enough beggars for the day. Well, that wraps up this episode of Choosing Beggars. If you liked the video, please drop a like, share my content on all of your social media, subscribe if you haven't already, and make sure to hit that bell and drop a comment down below. Thanks for watching, thanks to my patrons, and have a great day.